Good morning! Jamey and I are here at the Sandbeach Lake Trailhead in the Wild Basin section of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And it's just past 5 a.m. And today, we're going to be going for the big one, Chief's Head. And we're going to do it via the North Ridge from Mount Orton. Looking at about 7.8 miles out with a 5,200 plus foot elevation gain. And we're starting here just before 5:15 at an elevation of 8,312 feet, and we're going up to over 13,500. We're just grinding our way up this Sandbeach Lake trail. We're close to 3.5 miles into it at an elevation of over 9,800 feet. And we've only been hiking for about an hour and 15 minutes. We're crushing it. And in an hour and 45 minutes, we're up here to Sandbeach Lake. We're making really good time. It's a beautiful shot. In the background, you have St. Vrain on the left, Copeland on the right. After a quick little 3-minute break up at Sandbeach, we decided to start making our way up to the North Ridge. That's also where Mount Orton is. So we headed directly to the west, staying to the north of the lake. And there's a little tributary right there. You want to work your way past that and then look for the cairn. And this part of the trail is really steep. We're going straight up. It's pretty nasty through here, but we're maintaining the trail. Looks like we've broken through the trees, but we're not up on the ridge quite yet. We still got quite a bit of elevation gain to do. Just looking over at Mount Meeker, and it's really smoky out here today. Look at how obscured that is. It's affecting my breathing too. It's definitely making it harder. Just looking over at Pagoda, and look at all those flowers. And then to the right of Pagoda, you're going to have Longs and Meeker. We're skirting around the north side of Orton right now. Got some pretty big rocks. Starting to make our way up the steep part. All right, guys, we're at about 12,700, and we have maybe a half mile left. We gotta go straight up the rocks right there. We're gonna get this. We're up here, we're even with the snow, which is awesome. About 12,800. Taking a break finally because we're out of the wind. And that's looking back at what we have come up so far. This is no joke, guys, this is serious. My GPS is already reading 8 miles. We're on this final section. We're looking at about 700 plus vertical feet. We're getting close though. That's the false summit right up there. 13,100 feet. So we have just over 400 to the summit. And this part right here is a little tough. Slow moving. Taking a quick break. We're just over 13,200 feet. And we can actually see the north side of Pagoda now. And it looks like we have just gained the ridge. And look at these views. That's looking down into the Glacier Gorge. And we can see all the lakes down there. Blue Lake, Mills Lake, that Shelf Lake way up high, Thatch Top Mountain. And then as I pan around, that's going to be the summit of Chief's Head right there. And that's all we've got left to the summit, guys. That's maybe 300 vertical feet. We're going to get this. We're maybe 150 vertical feet from the summit. If that. We're close. Alright guys, and in 5 hours and 35 minutes, we're up here to the summit of Chief's Head Peak. This is really exposed right here. I mean, it just goes straight down. We've been sitting up on the summit of Chief's Head for well over an hour. However, it's past 12. We're past our turnaround time. So it's time to go. It's time to head on back. We made it back down to the saddle, and that was relatively easy. Nothing hard at all, just walking down some rocks. And Now, we're going to take it on down the big grassy ramp. Mount Orton is looking like an anthill right now, and that North Ridge is looking way far down there. We're almost off the rocky loose section, and we're almost back down to the grass. I think we're both pretty excited about that. That's looking back at Pagoda and Meeker. All right, and we're finally back on the grass part. This is pretty easy. We're doing this so much better on the way down. We're staying up high on the ridge, and this is a cakewalk. And we're getting some awesome views too. And that's big old Copeland there right in front of us. That thing's huge. We got a straight shot over to Orton, and we're probably just going to go ahead and go to the summit of that on the way back. It's literally right there. We'd be crazy not to. Thought this was Orton, but then I looked at the GPS and realized it's not. Orton is just a little bit past this. And as we pop over the hill, now we're seeing Mount Orton. And it is confirmed. We're going to the top of Orton. And we're super close. We just got this final little scramble up to the summit. And we're up here on the summit of Mount Orton. Jamey's checking out the register. We finally got one. We spent a few minutes on Orton, but we're heading down now. And there are two high points up on Orton, and we're descending right between the two. When you're on your way up and you get to this point, you've got two choices. You can skirt Mount Orton to the right, which is what we did on the way up, and that's real rocky, it's real angled, and it's pretty nasty for a minute. Or you can go to the left of that right-hand summit, just kind of like right here, and then you can just go up and over, and you can stay flat on the ridge. It's much better. Just keep hitting these cairns as you work your way down this hillside. They're all over the place. I mean, look at that. Right there I can see like 4 of them. We're still making our way down from Orton, and we're getting real close now to Sandbeach Lake. We can actually see it. We just navigated the snow, and we're in the perfect position Jamey stashed a water bottle down here because he is actually completely out of water. So we're going to find that, take a little break, and then drop it down to Sandbeach and finish this thing out. And Jamey had all that stashed under the tree. He even said that that was a tree, and I didn't even see it. He had it hidden pretty well. What do you got in there?
This
nice, the savior.
Cool liter of water.
The water.
It's melted.
And in about 3 hours and 20 minutes, we've made it back down to Sandbeach Lake. And I'm busting out my water bottle, life straw, and I'm about ready to drink up. I'm thirsty. And that's how it's done, folks. Fill up the water bottle and then drink it down with the straw. That way you don't have to lean into the water with that water straw, which is annoying when you're tired. Alright guys, and this is a rather glorious moment in our hike today. We're back on the trail. We're home free. However, this is probably going to be the longest 4.5 miles we've ever hiked. It seems like every time you do a hard one and you got to come down this trail, it takes forever. We're pretty close to being back to the trailhead, maybe 1/10 of a mile or so. But my goodness, this is quite a hike down. And the funny thing is, it's taken us the same amount of time to get from the lake to the trailhead as it did to get from the trailhead to the lake this morning. We were burning this trail up. And we're back. It's about 5 after 5. So that means it took 5 hours and 5 minutes to get down. That's a lot of fives. Yeah, man, high five. Nice job. Nailed it. We're back. Done with the hike. Chief's Head Peak in the books. And I can finally cross that one off my list because it's literally been on there for like 3 years. And that was a really difficult hike. It was really long, but we did it. And I think that took us like 12 hours total as well. But hope you enjoyed it. And until the next hike, y'all, peace.